Okay, we have a bit of a sound in the background. That's my fan going off, by the way. Let's see, we're going to do some audio mixing, see what comes up. There we go, I think I just found... There's always one bar that's turned on, causing a echo effect. Something always turns back on, every time. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3 for everyone at home watching me. Yeah, you know what? There we go. I think we could do without the background music as long as it's not drowning out like just everything I say. Alright folks, welcome back. Change the topic to art. I'm just right now on Twitch correcting Twitch's title. There we go. That should do it. Let me double check my files. Alright, I think we're good. Done. Alright, so, hey J Marvel. Hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to my channel, The Burgos Art. And welcome to another Saturday or Sunday night live stream. Yeah, I was trying to have some background music, but once again, depending on what the output microphone is, or output speaker, something tends to echo. It happens sometimes, it doesn't happen other times, don't know. So it's just gonna be me rambling for today. And it's a good thing that J Marvel Man's here, because he is one half of the inspiration for this, or not even inspiration, one half of like the brainchild of this. Alright, so double checking, making sure that Picardo, Captain Picardo, this is, are you also showing the video, Picardo? Yep, okay, so that seems good. Okay, back to Twitch. So, what are we drawing today? What are we drawing today at all? I have been working on this little idea for a new product. I'm always working on small products. And I sculpted this kind of demon, oni, this kind of devilish little creature that's squeezing out of a glass bottle. When it's done, it'll be like a actual glass bottle with resin in it, like a liquid resin, and the creature kind of popping his head out of it with his body condensed in the bottle. Like a ship in a bottle, but more satanic, I guess. And with that said, I've just lost all my monetization on YouTube. So I showed this to J Marvelman, aka Katorius Rex, and he's like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool if like this guy had like all these ghosts in a bottle, or all these devils in a bottle, all these demons in a bottle?" And then suddenly, that was it. Me and him just started shooting ideas back and forth, back and forth. What if it's a kid? What if it's an alchemist? What if he drinks the bottle? What if he, Ben 10s it, and every time he drinks a bottle with a ghost in it, he gets the powers? What if he's capturing ghosts like Ghostbusters and sticking them in these jars, and some of the ghosts he uses to help him, some of the ghosts he has to keep locked away, and so on and so forth. And we essentially boiled down to this. We made a pilot. We like, along with all the other projects we're working on, we basically just in our heads made this pilot of an idea of like this story that's a mix between Ghostbusters, how I put it, it's like Ghostbusters, Ben 10, or Dial H for Hero for some of you guys, with a little bit of a Victorian feel. So like Victorian era Sherlock Holmes era, but with ghosts and goblins, and just this kid who, due to various reasons, is like the only one right now cleaning up the streets of old England, capturing ghosts and utilizing them. So the main theme is ghost in a bottle. He basically captures these ghosts, sticks them into bottles, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So I have a bunch of sketches I worked on, really jazzed up after talking with Joe. And after I did a bunch of sketches, so we have these, like, how the ghosts would kind of look like in these small little vast flask bottles or whatever. Their faces are all squished up against the glass. How they might look like when they break out, these kind of like flamey mist kind of characters, kind of Studio Ghibli or Ghibli kind of like spooks, and just various ghouls and goblins and unhappy creatures trying to escape bottles and beakers and whatnot. And that's what we're doing today. Today we're actually just drawing really fun ideas of what if this person was catching ghosts and sticking them into these old kind of like old-timey bottles and leaving them on shelves. And the ghosts kind of just like wail and moan from inside these bottles. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it then. Meantime, wow, I already have 4 people following me. Not following me, 4 people watching. Whoever you are, thank you very much. Leave something in the comments. There's 4 people on Twitch. Don't know anyone if on. I have no idea if anyone's on YouTube right now. I'm just change the title on YouTube as well. Like Restream tells you, you can type your title in, but it never takes. Whatever. Whatever, Restream. At least you're letting me talk to people across the board. I'm actually going to do it. Yeah. I am going to, yes, J Marvel. I am actually going to probably do that during the stream. Gotta reassess my chair. Okay, so let's start with the bottom at least. Shapes. Nope. Back that up. Trying to get that. There you go. Alright. Hey, Red. As I was just explaining, expository, as I was just saying, Joe and I had a really fun brainstorming session this week, and I'm just kind of like, I'm right now. I just really got into an idea. We really got into an idea. Long story short, ghosts that get caught by a young individual and stuck into bottles. Think card captor Sakura, going on adventures, fighting bad guys. It's this. The idea is that it's a young kid, a young boy in Victorian England, who uses his knowledge of the occult and runs out with like a bubble, maybe like a bubble wand or something, and he captures a bunch of ghosts and he sticks them into bottles, and he utilizes them in a kind of alchemic way. Sometimes he'll drink the bottle and like get the powers of said ghost. Sometimes the ghosts try to escape, like this little bugger right here trying to run off. And we just pumped out this really fun idea, and I'm just right now just inking the sketches that I just couldn't help but make while sitting in the park yesterday. So right now I'm doing the boring thing, which is all the angles. I mean, all like the straight edge bottle stuff. Yeah, so he'll be the idea, right? The idea we have is that he is kind of like an Oliver Twist orphan kind of character in old Victorian England, maybe 1870, 1880, just on the edge of like science and superstition meeting. You know, when electricity began to introduce itself, and through electricity, the industrial age jumps to another level. And he can speak to ghosts, a la Paranorman. And essentially he goes out and catches ghosts in various ways. And the ghosts that are more mundane, he captures in bottles, like this flask right here. And then sometimes he'll even drink the ghost and kind of allow himself to be possessed. You know, kind of like a Ben 10 kind of thing. And he fights the more like demonic entities that are loose in the city. So he's like a ghost catcher who realizes there's bigger things than ghosts out there and has to utilize the ghosts he does catch to fight the bad guys. That's like the bare bones of it. We had an idea for like his backstory, more or less, his emotions, where he lives. But yeah, that's the kind of idea we have. Let's see. Pen tool. Nah, screw that. The bottle needs to be. Let me see. The bottle needs to be pretty. Nope, that's the wrong one. It needs to be like really clean cut. That way the ghost can be really goofy looking. Oh, I'm using the wrong tool. I'm not using the shape tool. That's why it's coming out weird to me. That's perfect actually. All right, good. Let me actually let me copy and paste. Boom, good. Hello. There we go. Now I got the copy and paste. I'm gonna do a number of copy and paste in here. Once again. Do, do, do. Anyone else hear that rumbling going on outside my window? Jeez. Too close. Too close. Next. Okay, so you're you, you're you, you're you. There's one more, so you're an extra. You, I'm gonna move. There we go. Why is it selecting the... Oh, it's selecting the entire page. That's silly, silly. Silly Billy. No, no, no. Deselect. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Deselect. So I'm just using the ellipsical tool. Ellipsical, is that how you say it? Just to get all these nice curves, nice and even. So work on you now. Then there's you, perfect. Okay. that being said, the last one, it's up there. Drag your butt all the way down. Thank you very much. Flip it vertically. There we go. That way the lines kind of match up. Right about that. And then do that. That seems about right. Okay. So we have, I'm going to combine all these are all on different layers, all these little lines I'm doing back and forth. So we're going to combine all of these and just have a base bottle and reuse that bottle for the 3 different faces I did. It's more or less the same kind of nebulous face, the same kind of guy, just different squished faces. I just went on YouTube and I typed in faces squished against glass, and I just kind of used that as a base reference for a lot of this. Yeah, that works. All right. Let's merge all this together. Merge below. Nice. That's the wrong one. That layer's not locked. Why would not you lock? The one layer should be locked. Good God. Back that up. Mine. Got you. Got you. Got you. There you are. This one. This one I want. Right. You have to resize the 2 faces on the left, on the right side that is, to make them actually fit the bottle. But it's doable. I forgot the cork. We'll fix that afterwards. Fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. New layer. So we started thinking, J Marvel and myself started thinking, you know, like what kind of bottles should it be? He suggested some crystal bottles, which I think would be really good for the more dangerous ghost. But the base standalone guy like this goofball here, he just fits in a regular glass bottle. So yeah, this guy is just some Joe Schmo who got caught. He got caught haunting in a place he shouldn't be haunting at. Word of advice. When looking up reference for faces against glass, make sure you type in faces pushed against glass. If you do a Google search for bodies pushed against glass, you get some not family friendly images. What you guys do today? I mean, it was a scorcher out. I actually went to the pool, family pool, so I stayed away from the general public. And it just felt amazing to like go swimming again. There's like a putty man squished in there. You got some big bushy eyebrows. Like, this looks like it'll be fun to animate. Like, the default is just, it's a jar or a bottle with like a mist inside, and you sometimes see little black eyes moving around. Really simple face, kind of like Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. Just a really simple face. Then every so often, dunk, if the face takes form, and it's this guy moving around, and like his face is dragging around the glass as he talks to you. He's ghostly, so he just has like black, like no, just basically no real pupil, just black eyes, like black irises. You know, once again, cartoony, simplified. Getting a little bit of Don Bluth. Hexus. Is his name Hexus? Pickled Picasso. There you go. But Hexus. Was that his name? From Ferngully? You know, the way he was all like oily and moving around, like kind of like that. I think that's the best example. Just like the ghosts are kind of like Hexus. They have this slimy, if not mist kind of like forms. They're never really solid. Toxic love. Man, I know he's older now, but man, we need more work with him. We need more Tim Curry. We could all use a little bit more Tim Curry in our life. Anastasia, yeah, Anastasia, yeah. trying to think if he's pushed that up against the glass. You know what? Yeah, let's do a little. Just like the ridge right here is also kind of pushed up. Let me also do a separate layer. You do a separate layer to put the cork in there. Spicy curry. You know what says something when like your filmography is like everything from comical, like the movie Clue or whatever, all the way up to like comical, horror. See, it's comical in the movie Clue, Home Alone. You have like the horror aspect from It, like all the way to even freaking like awkwardly sexually attractive, like all the, you know, when he plays freaking Darkness. I know a bunch of people who like, oh man, when he played Darkness. Yeah, that's from not Fantasia. Oh my God, Darkness is from Legend. Legend, that's it. There we go. You know what? So before I go any further, let's combine all of the bottles and everything just to have them all on one layer. Rename bottle 1. That's Bootle. Two T's, not two O's, Dante. Come on. Need to adjust my screen as I zoom in. Oh, Anton Severus. So full of himself, so theatrical. Love it. I have a feeling that Anton Severus was inspired by the character from the Batman animated series, with Tigress. Right? Because Tigress was the guy who made Tigress was all about like the power of felines, and he would merge felines with other creatures. And he too was like red haired in the typical white coat. So I really feel Anton Severus was like pretty much the same guy. I mean, not the same guy, but the same design and the same idea of just a mad scientist just doing genetic experiments on people. Like, the characters themselves are really different because Anton's freaking amazing. But yeah, it's pretty much the same kind of guy. It doesn't diminish Tim Curry's character. Like, Tim Curry's character is still freaking hysterical. But it's just kind of weird how really similar they are. Oh yeah, Professor Thornberry. So he goes from like crazy villain to like just kind-hearted, like freaking like conservationist. Man, Cadonu. When it comes to his voice acting and his ability to play different characters, the man could do no wrong. I say that specifically because, you know how it is. We're at the age now where all of our heroes are either dying or coming out as sex offenders. Just for God's sake, give us one celebrity from our childhood who isn't freaking evil. Nope, that's the wrong one. Sideways, thank you. Zoom in a pinch. When I color this, I'll probably get rid of these lines that indicate the smushes and just use like the color to indicate those like pushed against the glass kind of parts. The smush. Fun fact, if you put smush into Google, it will not read it. It will read it as like, did you mean squish? It goes, yes, Google, I meant squish. I love the fact that you name like two people that I'm just like, yeah, sure, those guys. Like, yeah. Usually you don't do the little tear duct, but sometimes, for dramatic effect, you should have it. This one kind of has its tongue sticking up like this. Don't know how well it will read. Once I clean these inks up, maybe it will read better. Nope, that's too close to the edge. I'm doing that thing where, because of the glass bottle, there should be an edge. Like their faces aren't squished to the very edge of the lines. There's like an actual gap in between. So maybe I'll like edge it like that. Yeah, doing something like this kind of indicates like there's the actual glass edge. Yeah, I guess it works. Once I color it, I'll fill in everything with a color. So like there'll be like this. Now once again, I was kind of going for like the Ghostbuster feel, where the ghosts are just like orange and blue and just brightly colored. So they'll have their own kind of color, and then the rest of the bottle will also be filled in with that color. Just gonna omit the ear for now. Why not? Omit it. Who cares? Who cares? Someone told me there's a way to like edit the paintbrush in a certain. I mean paint bucket. So you'll always end up with this little minuscule line. That's always in between the fill and the actual pen line. I just gotta find the right setting for it. Okay. Alright, thank you for the heads up on that. Let's see. Okay, I just raised some trying. No? Nothing from the desktop audio. Trying to get the music in the background back on. Don't know why it worked before. Huh. Very weird. Yeah, I'm using the same settings I've used before. Maybe something is off. Something is off. I had a lot of fun designing these freaking weirdos. It's like, does anyone remember they had that show from the 90s, I think it was a French show called like Botsmaster, right? And it's funny because I actually watched it on YouTube way after the fact. No nostalgia. I was like, what is this show? And that was a show you could tell they just threw everything at the wall, and they were like, okay, we're gonna have these kind of characters, etc., etc. And with that being said, they had a group of characters that were literally just the talking heads, and they were meant to be several robot heads that were never given bodies, and they just sat in the background like making jokes. Just these 3 heads on a shelf just cracking jokes. Like everything else in the show, you could tell was like toyetic. They were trying to like, to just trying to make a series where they could also make a bunch of toys of different types to sell. But the talking heads were just talking heads. Like there was nothing really to make a toy of them. So I just imagine like in our main character's little laboratory, he just has like several reoccurring jars on the back shelf that just like chat. They just like talk to each other. They talk to him. They're the equivalent of the talking bust, the marble bust from like the Disney's Haunted Mansion ride. Oh, I forgot to mention this before. So, J Marvel, Joey Boy, you and I, at one point you mentioned, we were talking, at one point the discussion of Channel Awesome's take on, the Fanscription series they have, Fanscription. I forget, which series or which episode we were talking about. But with that said, they just released another one, which I think was really interesting. What if Tim Burton made Batman Forever? It was a piggyback on a previous episode they did, in which they kind of rewrote. Did they rewrite? I think they kind of rewrote the second Batman movie. I think it was a piggyback on that. But the fact is, it was like their own version of what they think we could have gotten if Tim Burton directed, like I said, the third Batman film, and they used a mixture of rumors, a mixture of actual people they were trying to cast, snippets of script ideas that Tim Burton talked about, and then of course a lot of their own just imagination of what they thought it could have been. And the reason I mention it, there is a reason, is because one of the ideas was apparently they did reach out to Robin Williams, but we all know Robin Williams, he takes professionalism really, really seriously. Like if you promise something to him, he demands that promise. And a rumor was that they were apparently contacting him for the part of the Joker, only to like kind of nudge Jack Nicholson to apply for the role. Because they wanted Jack Nicholson, But to kind of nudge Jack Nicholson into the role, they said, "Oh, we're looking at Robin Williams," and then Robin Williams found out. So when they were like, "Listen, would you like to play the Riddler? We have an idea for a Riddler script," he straight up said no, because the last film you guys were using me as like a fish on a hook. I mean, a worm on a hook. So they did their version of the movie with Robin Williams, and I want to say I can't tell if it's Rob Walker or Doug Walker doing the voice of Robin Williams as if he's the Riddler, but it's really good. Like if you watch the episode, like they kind of managed to get that slight manic tone to his voice when he's reading his lines. Essentially, it's the same character as Jim Carrey's character, someone who's mentally unhinged and kind of like possessive, but done through the eyes of Robin Williams. And since we've seen Robin Williams do scary stuff, what was the one, the phone, not phone booth, where he plays like the camera guy who gets like really possessive over a family. So it's like that. Like the way they wrote him is like a generally like frightening kind of version of the Riddler, who's essentially just a mad bomber, but he's a genius mad bomber. All right, let's see. Let's drop the pencils for a minute. All right, I like it. Put some colors in there. Should look nice. 1 hour photo. That was it. 1 hour photo. Now, when I mentioned kind of like a card captor Sakura, kind of like the anime trope of like the boy or the girl who has all these like minions who help him, like Pokemon and whatnot. That's kind of what prompted this drawing, because sometimes I've seen a lot of anime when they depict ghosts or spirits or like the Fae, they're like this little ball of fire. So I just kind of imagine like this is just one variation of it. It's like sometimes if the bottles break, the ghost is kind of comes out like a mist with his eyes kind of like moving around. It's like, "Whoa, isn't this grand?" Cause they have no corporeal form. They're just like a gas. They're ghastly. Red, if you're still with us, I need your help defining a genre from, I guess, Japanese anime. You have the magical schoolgirl, right? With its different variations. You have, the live action Sentai, Power Ranger. You have the Metal Hero. What is the genre that like Pokemon fits into, that Digimon fits into, that freaking Yu-Gi-Oh, freaking Beyblade, where like, oh yeah, these little tops have spirits in them. Like, what is that genre other than trying to sell toys? Like, what is that? There was also that one where they had like each kid had a robot, and each robot had like a little golden chip in its back. The main character was like a yellow beetle or something. By the way, this one was hard because I tried very hard not to make it look like a sperm. And now that I said that, it's going to look like a sperm to everyone. Which is why I broke up the tail into like wisps. That's a good word, wisps. It's like a wisp. But yeah, now that I said it, you can't not see it anymore. Yeah, Digimon is definitely isekai. That's for sure. But you know what I mean, like that genre where like, you know, the main like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I have these cards, but the cards are like alive. I have Beyblades, but the Beyblades are alive. Like it's just kind of like person, usually a boy, and like their sidekick, and they fight other creatures that have the similar same sidekick. Freaking Canada, I found out had a show like in that vein called like Slug something, where basically these guys had guns and they put a little slug into it, and when the slug shoots out, it be like get it, it's a slug, like a fire slug, and it becomes this giant like creature and like beams people. So like it's like this. Once again, it's a toy product. It's them using Nerf guns with darts. But the gimmick was that everyone had a gun and everyone had like a grouping of these little slug creatures, and each creature had an ability. So yes, you know what I'm doing here isn't anything like revolutionary new when it comes to like he has different ghosts and the ghosts get different abilities. The main draw of this is that the ghost ability is more like a superpower he has. His real trick, him being the main character, he's more like a Detective Conan. He's very intelligent. He's a little kid, but he's very intelligent of the occult and of the spirits, and he catches ghosts. The whole battling them using ghost in his own to aid himself, it's like a side thing. It's like combining. I guess you could say it's combining Ghostbusters with Pokemon, if that makes sense. It's shonen. It's true. I guess it's shonen. Nope. Well, that line came out way smoother than I expected it to. Yeah, boy. It's always good. It always feels good when you actually, like, your hand has gotten strong enough where it can carry that line. Remember years ago, I'll be like, trying to draw a line, I'll do this. Do, 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 do. Yeah, even more of an oval kind of curve. Once again, I don't want to. Yeah, you're right. It's like this concept. I'm drawing the stuff, but I want to do bullet points. I'm gonna write a bunch of bullet points down of where I think the story could go, or rather, you know, the basic plot points, if not plot points, the basic themes. Do the same thing yourself, Joe, and then we'll like mix and match and see what works best, and kind of come out like a pilot episode. Because you know we can lean heavily into the whole he drinks a vial with a ghost in it and gains that ghost powers temporarily. We can lean hard on that, or once again, I like the idea of him actually like solving mysteries. The whole drinking the ghost thing is like an extra. This is a very stressed out poltergeist. There's a little bit of Foamy the Squirrel in him. He is just very tired of humanity at the moment. I think we need to do like a joke where he says, like he tells someone, you know that expression about death and taxes? It's true. It's all true. In fact, I'm still paying taxes. Freaking stressed out ghost. That's right, this doesn't... I'm still following a few of the Adobe Photoshop rules. If you hold shift, it won't... A straight line won't stay there. It's not like a straight... If you hold shift in Photoshop, you could do like straight lines. There we go, much better. Marvel Man knows what that is. Ay, caramba. What the hell just happened? How did I lose that? Huh. Okay, so first, that's that, right? And that's that one. And that's... Oh, that's why. You know, one thing I'm not like fully used to in this is that when you click something, it even though you're on the different layer, when you click something, it grabs that layer, it grabs another layer. Ooh, it's too much. Too close. Too close. There we go. All right. So the big bottles are still on a separate layer. But all of this stuff, like this bottle and everything I'm drawing right here, is all on the same layer as the faces and the spook. It is not centered, is it? You are not centered, my friend. Grid. There we go. That's way off. Okay. Go try this again. Move your pinch. Yeah, there we go. Just using the, don't know if you can see that in the stream. Can you see that in the stream? You can see the grid. Okay. There's some things you can and some things you can't see, so. This is driving me crazy. I'm going to try something. Now the main thing is whether or not the echo kicks in. Bear with me. All right. Just want to make sure that it's not like duplicating it over and over again. Ah, that's stupid though. I got the speakers on my computer on. I got the speakers on my computer on, which means I hear myself talking to myself. Forget it. Forget it. I get enough of hearing myself talk to myself. I don't need any more of that. I'm looking for a tool and I forgot where it's at because I is a fool. Is this it? This might work. There we go. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Back. 1, 2, I think about 7 right there. There we go. Perfect. That's the shape I was looking for. That should work. It should. No questions asked. If you're asking questions. Select. Okay, so we're just gonna do a few. Is this you? No, it's this one. Merge the layers together. Turn you sideways. Doobie doobie doo. Scooby dooby doo. Alright, let's get to the fun part. This bugger, look at this beautiful guy. Look at this wonderful little goofball. Trying to get the bottles to look right is one thing. Trying to get this guy to look good. That's the fun part. Let's see. Oh, I think I did it. Let's see if my voice echoes. All right. All right, all right. Thank you for joining, man. So watch. I got the audio to work finally. Next time, when I do this exact same thing, it's not going to work next time. I hear that. I do hear a small bit of my own voice coming back. Shoot. There you go. I think I figured out where the echo's coming from. I think I figured it out. So let's do it. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Do I hear myself talking back to me? There it goes. I think one of the windows on my PC is on Twitch, or it was on Twitch. And I think since I'm broadcasting the audio from my PC, it was broadcasting not just the music you hear, but it was broadcasting the sound of myself on Twitch. These have to be perfect little bubbles, so we're gonna go ahead and use a shape tool for this. Where are you, shape tool? Shape tool. Where do you go? There we go. I have to get extremely close, sorry. I'm shrinking down this tool more and more, and it's still getting really thick pen line. Look at this goofball. Look at him. Freaking adorable. Look at him. Hello. My name is Trevor. I'm applying for the internship. have not been checking my Picardo. I don't think there's anyone in the chat. There's no chat. And it says one person watching, which is probably me. Now we're gonna do this Grumpy Gus right here. New layer. There we go. I click that tool. Select the dang tool. There we go. Let's copy and paste. And let's shrink that down a pinch for the edge of the glass. Yeah, let's make it where it's kind of tilted. Let's do that. That'd be fun. Let's see, that's a 6 point. I've been trying to be more and more careful with what I use, the music I use to stream. As mentioned before, every so often something will get flagged, so I find a playlist and I'm like, oh, this playlist looks really good. But then I go down, I make sure to read the comments beneath it, and every so often there'll be someone who says, by the way, track 4, halfway through the video, got copyright flagged on Twitch. And I'm like, oh, I can't use that then. This song you're hearing is like, I've used this 100 times by now, this playlist. Alright. If it's tilted. Let me draw the top first and then I'll tilt it. See how that works. It's trying to get those angles just right. This is a much more gentle curved top, so it shouldn't be a big issue. Unless I do one of that. Yeah, it'll be an issue if I do that again. There we go. They always say, flip that canvas. Flip it. Flip it good. Pop it. I've been getting bombarded with text. I think I should take a minute and look at my phone. Yeah, we're gonna take a minute. Sorry, guys. Something's going on. Cover the screen. It's just family stuff, but nothing bad. Here we go. Better. And I saw a text there from you, Joe. I don't know when that was sent, but I saw a text there from you. You text me during the stream? Oh, that's good. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Just a little sideways beaker. I like that. Okay, I know it's not a beaker. I'm sure it's like an actual name for it. Always forget. Once again, my mind still works on Photoshop rules, where when you make a shape in Photoshop, it lands on a brand new layer. It's separate. So like this circle I just did would be on a separate layer, and I could move it separately. There we go. Actually, let me pull that down, actually. scale and move. Okay, so first we're gonna move you like here. Then we're gonna scale you out. Okay, that's better. It's like I can't really look at my phone since my phone is doubling as my webcam. So do tell, what did you send? I don't think so. I don't think there's a way you could put an image in the comments section, like a straight up image. And I'm sure there's a way to put links and stuff, but I don't know if I have permission to let you do that. Because of, you know, just like, I'm not like a big time streamer, so that there's certain like things I can and can't do. As far as I know, you can't put images in. That's as far as I know. But with that being said, be sure to check out Creatorius Rex, like the word create, on Instagram. He has lots of cool artwork. Why are you doing that? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer, that's why. Boom. So far. So I was looking like where they put, because these are perfectly round orbs. They're not flat. And because they're meant to like evenly heat when you put a flame beneath them. So sometimes I have a clamp that holds them, but I noticed a lot of images have them on what is essentially a cork-like ring. So I just did that instead. I know it's a perfect oval. It just looks weird to me. There we go. Alright, so clear some stuff out the way. First is this one, which doesn't need any of this. Then there's this one, which doesn't need any of this. This one, which didn't move for some reason. Why is that? This layer should be erased right about here. There we go. That. Erase those sharp edges. Erase that sharp edge. And the line going across. Alright, yeah, this is the tedious stuff. Trying to get all the stuff that's more technical. Like perfect glass bottles. Like that's the annoying stuff. Drawing a tree, it's fine. Drawing a freaking glass bottle or a car with really precise freaking angles. Ugh. That, erase that, erase that, and just do a few little. Little hints of like cork material, which is just lines and striations. Yeah, look at that. Save. Alright, man, you have a good night. I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to do this last drawing anyway. So, you know, a good straight 2 hours was nice. Yeah, go to bed, man. You have a good night. As always, thank you for joining me. Maybe I'll continue next week and get that guy with the guy whose arm and legs are sticking out the bottle. Maybe I'll do that next week. Don't know why maybe it's the pen tool. I click a tool, it doesn't use said tool. It like holds on to the last one. Maybe I am the tool. Mongo just pawn in game of life. So we got this little bugger who's just broken out of his he just broke out of his bottle, so he's making a run for it. It's like woo, 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 woo. Play like Zoidberg / Curly sound effect. Yeah, I definitely gotta adjust the sensitivity on my pen, because like unless I'm very gentle, it just automatically goes to the main. It's like it goes straight to the pixel that's been selected. In this case, 4. It's like a little Ifrit, just a little fire boy. Is that the right term? Like, were Ifrits known for like fire? I feel like that's the right term. I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong, and the Disney's Aladdin cartoon has completely ruined my understanding of mythical creatures. Way too close. Look. Look at him run. They're a little scamper away. Little jerk. That's right, you're a jerk. You get back in your bottle. What's wrong with you? too wide. Oh, that's nice. It lets me correct it. I like that. Click right across. This is like a tonic bottle, like those square ones. Come on down, try Jameson's All Body Tonic. It cures rheumatism. What's rheumatism? I don't know, but it's not good for you, so you should buy it. Excuse me, guys. Just all up in your face. Got my mustache all up in your face. Sorry about that. Had to turn off an alarm that was on my phone. Yeah, I need to invest in a a nice webcam once the market isn't trying to kill itself. Just thickening the lines a little bit. And then curve off some edges. Just by a pinch. There we go. That looks good. There we are. This bottle's a little messy. It's more freehand. So I don't know if the angles all look perfect or not. let's drop the background. Look at him run. Run like pigs from the gun. He's a cutie. Alright, view grids. Grids off. Yeah, the toad face over here, the lines are a bit heavier. But nothing horrible, no major difference. Oh, I realized I forgot something. I forgot the squish that's in the bottom of the jaw. Alright. There we go. Some ghosts and ghouls in jars and in bottles. So I am very happy with these. Yeah, I'm very happy with these. Let me turn that off. Yeah, so I might come back to this later. That is something on the bottom of that. Sorry, so I just got a pet peeve all of a sudden. There's a bit of a random lines right there. Let me delete that. I cannot delete that. Why is that? What layer are you on? Do you guys see that? Oh, it's the bottom. I mean, it's the bottle layers. There we go. Much better. Ugh. Just little lines that end up somewhere else. It's been my pet peeve to get rid of that. So where was I? Yes. We got spirits crammed into bottles. We got spirits escaping bottles. We got spirits that are just kind of just floating around, not sure what they're going to do with themselves. And I like these. I'm actually happy with this. I'm enjoying this idea. Like Ghostbusters bottle edition. I'm actually really enjoying this idea. Yeah, the only one that looks weird is because it's the frog one, because for some reason I started doing the lines thicker than I normally would. Nothing that can't be fixed. And yeah, so I think we're gonna end the stream there because all my bros went to bed and it's time for me to go to bed too. Not bad. Started at 8, finished at 10. Not bad for today. Maybe next week I'll continue this. I think next week I will continue with this idea, unless something new comes into mind. But I'm kind of jazzed up for this idea. So I might draw some other. I might even draw like the main character. I have a few concept ideas for that up here. So yeah. Once again, I'm Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.